are 20 minutes away from going live to hopefully a couple of hundred people in London, talking to them about how to make their communication digital in a COVID-19 world.
Yeah, it's one shot, now the future is yours. Go.
Hello. I'm looking a bit stressed right now. Trying to keep my shit together.
Especially when this isn't playing ball.
We are 20 minutes away from going live to hopefully a couple of hundred people in London, talking to them about how to make their communication digital in a COVID-19 world. If it wasn't enough, last night we found out that our internet was fucked. There was a blowout in the Virgin world somewhere which affected a majority of the boards that we have, only us. So then we had to, come here, this way. Now working rogue and old school, we're delivering live broadcasts of a Wi-Fi mobile dongle. Yeah? We built a custom built system that was IP specific. So whilst we fixed the web, we then found out that because our webinar custom built software was IP specific, we can't deliver it. So we had to pretty much rebuild the webinar delivery system almost from scratch. I might be exaggerating a little bit, but that's how I felt. We find out now that in our haste, it doesn't work on 13-inch monitors. So we're now rebuilding a 13-inch version. Wish me luck. Are you alive yet? Has this started, please? I can't see anything, so I assume you have technical errors.
Do I have time to pee? 17%.
Yeah.
Oh, freaking.
Hello, and thank you very much for your patience. If you can all hear me, please send me your messages. We are definitely now live. I'm going to get started with this webinar. Listen, we're smiling through all of this right now. The pressure is on, and much like yourselves, we're feeling it here massively. The message that we're putting out to as many people as we possibly can is just to do whatever you can to A, stay safe first of all, but B, to help each other through this. This is kind of like a massively unprecedented time of which I've never seen before in my, 44 years of existence.
Right, what are we doing?
We are setting up a team meeting using our own consultative dashboard. This one, I'm very sad right this moment in time. We've had some news where we all have to work from home and stuff. However, I'm playing with my toys and my tools that we invested in a long time ago. I think you need to look at that TV. This is a team meeting. Our team meeting is supposed to be done. Say hello, everybody. So what we are doing is we're packing everything up. There's certain people here that shouldn't be here. We've had the news that from midnight we're not allowed to gather in groups and all that kind of stuff, and we have to work from home.
Hey!
Now then, Ginge.
What? New Year's, huh?
Oh, yeah,
Is it? That's alright then.
So it's the 4th day into working from home with Be More Social, and I am rammed with paperwork, as you can probably see. The Be More Social office space has taken over my lounge, but I'm doing well, I'm cracking on. I don't feel too well, but I've got my coffee in my Marmite teacup.
Hi guys, just a little work from home update. So I have got a lovely setup going on, just replying to some guru messages, and I have an amazing stash of food. Massive box of mini rolls, family size, ready to get me through self-isolation.
We are, I think, living in or going through something very historic right now. We will be looking back on this in many years to come. I'll probably be talking to my grandkids about it and saying it was a tough time. So what I don't want to do is underestimate what's happening. I get it, you know what I mean? I completely get it. But I've been reading surveys and things like that, not surveys, reports of, you know, just how many businesses that this is really genuinely going to affect. I've got friends that own these shops that are deemed unnecessary. And bless him, he's had to, he, she and more, to be honest with you. But I was speaking with somebody last week about this. He was worried about this. And already at that point, he'd laid off 14 people. And now he's closed his doors. And to be honest with you, he was prepared to close them ages ago because there was no point being open. So I really do want people to think about what they can do to pivot, okay? He obviously has an online shop. He's doing what he can to stay open. There are going to be some people out there that are in a terrible situation, that are losing their jobs. But I think wherever possible, a degree of normality kind of has to be followed, maybe. Because there are, I think they're close to like 5 million businesses in this country right now that put in almost 300 billion to the economy to keep this whole country afloat. That's definitely going to be impacted, certainly over this next 3 months. Most definitely. I know my mate's been impacted hugely. His business model has changed. The way he does business will have to change. I think, in fact, the way we all do businesses have to change. For Be More Social, it's business as usual, but maybe from a different location. We're able to support our customers. You know, we're the lucky ones. You know, we've got a little bit of disruption. Everybody's got a laptop, and they're all currently working from home pretty much right now. I deem it only necessary that I come to work. It's necessary that my developer comes to work, and I've got one other. That's Daniel, and then obviously Ben, who is kind of operations and sort of keeps me working, who's just walked through the door. Good morning, Ben. So they are absolutely utmost necessary characters within my organisation to help keep this thing ticking and running. I think this is an opportunity for us all to understand that we do have to now pivot. We do now have to maybe communicate as digitally as possible. You know, throughout this isolation period, I want people to think that this is still a time where you've got to stay connected and communicate with each other, because, you know I've got 4 kids at home and a wife, and it must be almost torturous. I get why so many families are going out. I get why so many families are trying to find things to do, and now they've been told that they can't find things to do. So it is very tough for many people out there. So if you need anything from us, or you feel that you need any support, or you're wanting some kind of direction, look, drop us a message, let us know. We're pretty good at communicating through all this digital space. We understand how it ticks, how it works. For me, now is not the time to go quiet. Now is the time to really sort of hunker down and sort of try and make sure you find a way of communicating. There are still some businesses out there that can operate. There are still a lot of people out there that can operate. We're networking last night at 6 o'clock via Zoom. We are pivoting. People are working from home. People are, still. We have a meeting every day, and if anybody wants to know just exactly how we facilitate in all this, what we're doing to make sure that there is as little disruption as possible, listen, I'll gladly hand you our COVID policy so that you can sort of use it, share it amongst your own team, and sort of get as much value from that as possible. Okay. As a consequence, what we've chose to do as well is we facilitate a relationship with our customers via a dashboard. We share files, we share communication, much like this, and we're offering it out to anybody that feel that they could use it, trial it for free for a month. Hopefully, it gives you a means to sort of use it and get benefit from it, to see whether it's worthwhile keeping it on or not. It's sat there doing nothing, so we may as well have some people on the system using it and seeing if they can get something from it. Okay, so let me know, and I probably will be in touch tomorrow, same time. Oh my gosh, it's cold this morning. Let's look at the positives, okay? You know, I'm a positive kind of guy, and that's where I like to look at life. This experience has had me communicate so much better with my team. I have touch points with them every day, maybe 3, sometimes 4 times a day. I deal with things as they come into my head. I prep and prepare for each and every day, and as a consequence, I think we're getting more done, strangely enough. And it's just those things that I think that we're all going to learn from, and we're all going to grow from. At the end of this, you know, it is what it is. We've got to deal with it. We've got to make sure that what we're doing is value add to ourselves, to each other and others every day. And what we're doing is staying on top of the communication. Okay, isolation is a bitch. It's a pain in the arse. So communication is all we've got. That is it. So communicate with your staff, communicate with your team. Make sure that there is this very, 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 very strict policy of meeting points throughout the day, and I'm telling you now, that's what's getting us through all of this. Just that, having that kind of catch up at 9 a.m, the catch up at 12, the catch up at 4:30 before the end of every day, and those sort of like little micro moments again, that if you have an idea, you communicate with your team, you communicate with that someone that's going to facilitate that little micro issue that you've got, or that micro, or help you fulfill on that little micro mini idea or moment that you're having in your head right now. That is it. That is what I want people to do. I think that will help.